in the morning so early just to tell you I got the wandering blues. I got the wandering blues, and I'm gonna quit these rambling ways one of these days soon. And I sing the little last part.
Hey, you thought I wouldn't show.
My name is Olga Veral, and I was born in 1936, July 10.
My name is Judy. I'm 29 US, and my mother is Olga.
I feel that Judy is almost afraid to touch the subject.
Because having not lived through it, I have enough nightmares, and I don't need more.
That's where I lived from the age of 13. I'm going to Budapest, Hungary. I'm going with my daughter. I would like to show her and tell her where am I coming from, because I think Judy will understand me more. Here it is. I was right. Yeah. Don't believe it.
I'm doing it ultimately just for her. When my mother is happy, it's a wonderful place to be. She has a glow and she feels fulfilled and she's positive about everything. And if I can give her that, then for sure.
Okay, move over to that side. Mommy, point, go to the window that you used to climb out of and go to climb back in.
We headed back to take some pictures in front of the house that my mother was born in and grew up in when she was very young.
Gotcha.
Just as we were finishing taking pictures and we were walking down the street, a car started coming towards us. My mother sort of pointed at them and it appeared that she recognized who it was.
Manu's brother.
Oh, does he live here?
I don't know, but...
Judy, yeah. I know I look young, but...
They had not spoken to each other about her being there, but being the small town that it is, somebody saw her there at the house within those couple of minutes taking pictures and actually made a call already to their neighbor and then their neighbor and their neighbor and their neighbor until they got to him and let him know that she was there, and he came all the way over there.
We went to the place where the Hungarian Jews were gathered in October of 1944. We used to have our Jewish school here,
Right.
and behind that was a beautiful synagogue, but both of them were burned down in October 1944. And they built these apartment buildings, and this is where we were taken first. This was our first ghetto, and they took us in there because they thought that we are hiding in our bums some gold or something, diamonds, and they stripped you and they went up your bum.
100%, there's no healing in me hearing about anything that had to do with the Holocaust, knowing my mother was involved in strip searches, was taken from her home, and it doesn't make it, there's no healing there. It's just complete terror, and I'm already don't want to know from it.
Okay, so let's go. Move on. Cemetery?
Yes.
Good plan. Let's go. Let's be positive and move on from where you were tortured to where people die. Yes, a major positive day. Okay, I'm gonna go have a... I'll be back.
She's cold or she's went for a smoke. kellett ezt csinálni. Legutoljára én nem tudtam megtalálni. You know, this is all my family here. That's my father's brother and his wife, my father's brother's wife.
Just as I was coming in, I found a broom on the ground and I thought, this is a really heavy scene, and I'm going to try in some little way to lighten it up. Not make light of it, just try to lighten things up. I rode in on my broom.
Pardon me?
I rode in on my broom.
Oh, wonderful. There is your grandfather's family. She was making quite a joke of it. I mean, coming on a broom. Who are you trying to fool, or what is this? Who, you know, are you with a 2-year-old child here that you have to show me that you are having fun or something, instead of putting your arms around me and say, Mom, how do you feel?
So who are all these people? What's all this list?
They were all killed in Auschwitz, probably.
It was very hard to stand in front of that monument. The Holocaust is a really sore spot for me. I can't watch movies that relate to it. I don't want to hear about it. I wish it never existed, but I have a very hard time with seeing anything that has to do with it.
She's not crazy about identifying that she's Jewish, but I think it's a heritage, and she cannot just throw it off like a coat.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's too bad. It's just a waste of life.
You know,
it's nice. It's nice that they did this.
So she is a little bit scared of Holocaust repeating itself, and she thinks that if she's hiding, then maybe it won't happen to her again, and that's not true.
It's gross to see a list of people that are all Jews dead. That's what's gross, knowing that these people didn't die because they were old and they put this monument up. These are people like me, anybody that I know. I could be standing here seeing the list of names of my friends or people I know because they're Jews. Oh, that's wonderful. That's a really nice thing to see.
I was very moved by Judy's reaction. It really, really deep down, she's very hurt about what has happened, that so many people were killed. She sounded to me very, very angry. And I was glad. It hurts.
What the hell kind of person can come out of that and not be sitting in a corner night after night, rocking back and forth, going, how do you live a normal life? Like, it freaks me out that these people have any semblance of a life. I cannot. Like, I'm second generation and I am so screwed up from the whole thing. How do they lived it. They were in cars like cattle, sleeping on top of dead people. What dead people have I ever seen? These are people who were like in filth and watching people rot away and cry and wail and being cooked for dinner. Like, what do you serve with Jew? That's terror. That is complete and utter terror. Knowing that my mother went through the Holocaust and went through what I consider to be the ultimate terror for any living human being is why I'm here, because she deserves any semblance of happiness she can have. And if I can give her anything, like any iota of happiness, I am there. I will be there to do it from now till as long as she's here. That is my duty as her daughter.
Bejönnek.
And from there, we went to George's house, and it was so, so sweet. The first thing you saw was this huge plate of cakes. You knew were all baked. And all kinds of other meats and pastries and coffee and some amazing liquor, whatever. To Sarvash, the best part of the trip. And the love that's there, just like it's oozing from their pores. It is the most amazing feeling. We should have started the day like this. I love Hungary. When can we come back? This definitely made up for the cemetery. Cemeteries are so positive. Dead people. Oh, let's go see dead people. Yeah! Okay, can you let go of me? Thank you.
But I went to put my arms around her and then thought, well, I'd better settle holding her shoulders or just massaging tenderly her back. And she shook it off, physically shook it off.
So where are we going next? I definitely set boundaries with my mother, 100%. And if I had to pick the reason why she doesn't think I love her as much as I do, it's because I set those boundaries.
Hey, who am I to demand love? Just because I gave birth to her?
See ya. See ya.
Yeah. That was so nice. So
It was
nice.
very nice of her. I still love her. I love her very dearly. I'm going to try to talk to her tonight. I want to hear what is it that is bothering her. I feel disappointed a little bit, let down, because Judy is so moody. You want to dance, and I just don't know why. I tried to ask her what would she like and what would make her happy, and I think she just made up her mind that she's going to be miserable on this trip, and that is all there is. I wish I could do something about it. I wish she would be a real smart child and I could bribe her with something to behave properly. I wanted to know what is bothering you.
There's nothing bothering me that has to do with our relationship
Yeah, but
whatsoever.
do you talk to me about anything? What you would like, or are you enjoying yourself?
I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing there. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm here. I'm seeing all the things that I wanted to see. There's nothing else I want to do. I'm not sure what you're missing.
I'm missing some feelings. Perhaps you putting your hand around me, or just saying something, or just asking, how do you feel?
Okay, I think I've asked you how you feel. I'm not affectionate, so I'm not. You've never had that from me. It's not going to change on this trip. That's the way it is.
But you're
with me,
not
with
affectionate with who?
everybody. With anybody.
Why was it okay at Yuri's place for him to caress you and whatever, and why wasn't that okay when I did it?
I didn't put my arms around him. He put his arms around me. These are two different things.
I touched you, and you shrugged my hands
I
off.
don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't know when that was or what we were doing. You'd have to take me back to the moment that I actually did that. So I don't know what that scenario was, but I definitely hug you when you hug me, and I kiss you. And I mean, he's not doing it to me every day. I'm not an affectionate person. I'm just easygoing because everything to me is positive and fun, and just I like things the way they are. Everything is okay.
You know, I know other people who are very easygoing and totally, I call them kind of non-feeling. It's easier not to feel than feel, because feelings can hurt.
But it doesn't make me an unfeeling person because I don't want to be affectionate.
there are other things around that, but that I don't think that I'm an unfeeling person. I think I'm a very feeling person. It's just in expressing that's my sort of my space. I don't want that.
But you definitely don't let your feelings hang out.
Hang out? No, I don't wear them on my
So
sleeve.
how should somebody know how you feel about anything if you say you are feeling it, but you are not showing it? So you don't talk about it, you don't show it, you don't express it. So how is one to know how you are feeling?
If you want to know how I'm feeling about something, then feel free to ask me.
Thank God I didn't have any expectations of anything, and I know how you are. However, I thought that maybe something, just a little bit, would change by the mere fact that you are visualizing where I was brought up and how I was brought up. And
to me, all I hear is, I don't accept who you are. The bottom line here is, this is who I am. I'm not sure what you think is still missing.
I feel that, on the other hand, that a hug speaks volumes. It's not that I haven't accepted you, because I have. We talked about it, that I will never get from you what I want. Right. And that is some warmth.
I can only tell you, I know this, you know this, it's not going to change about me. I realize that. I apologize. I apologize to everybody who wants it. The bottom line is, I just won't. I'm not comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. So all I'm asking is, try to find it in other things I do.
Are you ever there for anybody who needs you?
Am I ever there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mommy, I'm always there for people who need me. Always. Okay. Always.
Am I such a bad mother because I want all this? Are my demands so high, more than anybody else's?
Like, what is it that she would like me to do with all of that? Because here's the thing, I'm her daughter. So that's a real strange position to be in. And here's the other thing, I would still really like to be that. Really, really like to.
Power, this is it. Even on the outside, it looks tasty.
We went with Judy to Howard's, that's a pastry shop, which was there years and years ago.
That's fine.
And I think we leisurely enjoyed a lot of calories.
The trip is sort of winding down, and I'll be going back home tomorrow. My mother will be staying on to visit with some friends.
The trip is coming to a close, and I feel very, very sad about it. I love it. I really do.
Do they take your visa?
Yes, they do. What are mothers for?
Well, I went to see all your stuff all week.
It didn't cost you any money. What a great
Did
sacrifice.
you think there was going to be no bill at the end of this week?
Oh, no. If I go with you, I know there is a bill at the end of the week. I just don't know what I have to pay for. If there is an issue among my children and I, then it's definitely the way the Holocaust has affected me and the way I nurtured them. I can only say that they are old enough. If they want a change, they can change, and I'm still here.
All this time I've said that I don't really think that this trip has changed anything between the two of us. I think that it has changed something between the two of us. It's given me the opportunity to see where my mother's needs come from, or what the root of them are. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me home with you. And I think that will help me in the long run in interacting with her and how our relationship unfolds sort of from here on in. It's such a beautiful home. It really is. Like, this is a place to be proud of being from. It's just so beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I got to be here. When can we come back? There's so many other things I want to buy. I'll call you. Thanks. Bye. We're out of here. Ugh.
I don't think they dust the fish inside. And this must be years since they had the war.
It's good to come from this, because
then, well,
it doesn't get lower.
excuse me, this is number then they were quite nasty.
These are the same birds that were here?
Yes, I designated 3 corners, and I would have on each corner a boy waiting for me. And I would look around and see which one looks the most decent, and the rest I left.
That's the corner you would go to?